Fucking shit design. Right, that's not going. It's not fucking going. Looks like. Thing is, that shitty neck. This neck, when you do it, you can't. Oh no, don't tell me that. No. No. So at this point, I'm not really too worried because I'm still in my head. I'm thinking I'm going to get it out. I'm going to fit a new immersion. I'm just going to solder up this leak in the cylinder because I've done that before. Just basically just have it to be soldered up, or put a little bit of copper on it, so I'm not really too stressed. Oh, shit. So I'm just kind of thinking if I get a bit of tissue, dry it up, and then put a little pencil line exactly where it is. Because obviously it's such a small little crack, it'll be quite hard to see when there isn't water pouring out of it. This is a bloody primatic cylinder as well. I'm not sure if anybody noticed, but it had the sticker on it at the start. No, I didn't actually notice that. Even though I rubbed the sticker on, I didn't actually really notice it. So I'm just kind of thinking here, it's fine. Now I'm just going to blowtorch everything. But obviously to blowtorch the immersion, I have to get a bit more water out of the cylinder. So I'm thinking, take off the hot connection, vax out some water, heat up the immersion, pop a new one in, solder up the tank, happy days. Because the problem here is I was only going to fit this immersion as a temporary repair to get the hot water working for a couple of days. Because they've got a warm air unit and that feeds this primatic cylinder off the gravity with its own little pilot light and all that lot. I think it's a Starling & Johnson. Then they've got a combi boiler in the other side of the house, but they need a new bloody gas run. So the idea was get this up and running and then fit a gas run whenever. So at this point, I'm just trying to get this hot connection out, but it just wouldn't budge. I'm literally whacking it with a hammer to try and get it out. And at this point, I'm just thinking, it just isn't about, it's not going to happen. Everything's just extra hard. I've never had this one before. I mean, I've had hard immersion, tricky ones. I've never actually even done a split cylinder before. I've always managed to get them out. But even the hot connection, you know, I have to heat the crap out of it. And for some reason, when I heated the crap out of it and had to try to undo it, eventually the pipe just kind of fell out anyway. It's a bit crappy, but it is. So I'm just trying to pull the hot connection out there. So I mean, don't get me wrong, they can be rigid towards the vent, but usually you cut it and you just kind of rock the pipe a little bit and it'll just kind of fall out. And my aim was get the pipe out and then hoover out a bit more water so it's below the immersion. Then I can actually heat up the immersion and take it out. That's me just trying to feed a bit of tube down it to get it emptied out. I mean, look at that. I mean, I'm just under like 19 stone and about 6'5". I'm literally yanking on that thing and it just wouldn't budge. So I'm kind of starting to think, well, I might have to heat it up. So I'm going to heat it up. And I'm going to basically get rid of anything flammable that's around it. Because sometimes when you're heating stuff up, you get like a little spark just kind of jump off. And obviously you don't want to set anybody's house on fire just to make your day get even bloody worse. So in a minute I'm going to clear out the insulation, heat it up and then get that bit out. It was a bit disappointing because when I heated it up, after about 5-10 minutes, and then managed to slacken off the union, and then the fucking pipe just kind of fell out anyway. Which just made me think, fucking hell, it just ain't going too well today, to be honest. So that's me, I just cutting off this hot. Obviously it was inch pipe as well. It's not a shit pipe slice. It's just that it's inch pipe. Same way obviously trying to cut 3/4 or half inch. Well, half inch is alright usually, but if you're trying to cut 3/4 pipe with 22mm slice, they just seem shit, but it was inch. Thankfully when I went to the shop, I got inch to 28 as well as 28 to 22, just in case it was inch, which I kind of probably thought it would be for the age of it. Fucking glue on it, look, some kind of sealant. It's nice. Don't even fucking come out. Is this a gel? Come on, or what? Fuck's sake. See it all here, all this fucking glue shit that I've used, twats. Fucking winds me up. So I'm just trying to hit the pipe. I mean, I've never actually had a hot water pipe that I couldn't get out the cylinder. You know, usually just give it a bit of a wiggle, give it a little bit of a whack. I'm not gonna do it. Tap it, You know, kind of move it back when it usually just falls out. But this fucker just would not go. And every time I try and put force in it, I try and like bend the cylinder, I'm just thinking, for fuck's sake. Just there's nothing that actually wants to just go my way today. I mean, to be honest with you, I haven't even really ever had to tap something to get it loose. Usually I just fucking grab it and have it unloosened. So I want to start whacking shit with a fucking hammer. That's why I'm just thinking like, right, this just ain't going. That wants to come out now. Okay. So right now I'm kind of thinking, this week's kind of going as planned in a way. Not necessarily as planned, but it's not such a big deal. Let's split in the cylinder, fix that, get the water out, and just mix down below the immersion heat and then heat it up. at this point I'm just thinking, fuck's sake, man, it's gone, that's it, it's done. Now I'm trying to think, what the fuck am I going to do? I've done everything that I can do to try and get it out, and it's just fucking now properly split the cylinder. So it's just game over really. I've got to put swap out the cylinder. Which is a little bit shit because, as I said, this was like fucking supposed to be an easy, quick temporary repair to get some hot water going till we do a gas run. And now it's just fucked. Fuck's sake. Anyway, so that's the inside of a primatic cylinder, how it kind of looks. So obviously you just got one cold water storage tank that feeds all this, no header tank. So I've fitted a new cylinder, about to get a indirect. Couldn't get hold of a primatic cylinder. Couldn't even get hold of a fucking gravity cylinder, so I just had to get a normal indirect. I'm not sure if it was a Gledel or a different branded of Gledel. So yeah, I put the new immersion in, wired it up. That's a better look inside. And then this is the cylinder in. Now I've not actually rigged up the primary, so up there is where my header tank's going to go. And I'm going to rig it up to these connections down here. That basically comes straight from the warm air unit. It's got like a little gas connection in where it just feeds this cylinder coil with a little pilot light. So tomorrow I'll be fitting a header tank up the top, rigging these primaries up to that. Well, I say primaries, they are just doing the hot water ultimately. The rest of it's bloody warm air. So I'll put a header tank in, run a cold feed to it, send this flow and return up in the header tank so that can then feed the coil. And then you'll still have the gravity hot water and the warm air unit, and then obviously the combi boiler feed on the other side. But it's just a fucking shit day. You know when you're going to try and do something and you think you're going to do it because you've always done it before. And it just went wrong and wrong. Even trying to get all of this cylinder. It fucking took me 2 hours to get this cylinder. Just an absolute nightmare every day. But yeah, I hope somebody enjoys that. And if you do, like, subscribe, comment.